Hello ladies and gentlemen. Now, in case you didn't read the title of the video before you came in here, this is Godus. It's a new game from Peter Molyneux, something like that, and he is the creator of Theme Park, Populous, Fable, Dungeon Keeper, all that random stuff. So first and foremost, I am going to say straight away, this is Populous so far, but it's got a lot of extra scope in it to go a long way further. So when you start off, let's get right into it. Basically you start off with one person. Now I'm sorry to say I haven't actually found a way to wipe my save without reinstalling the game. So I'm starting from a little way in here. I have gone further before, but after the recent patch I had to wipe it and start again. So what you do is you basically start off with these little houses, and they start off looking like this. After a little while, if you right click on them, is it? Yeah, you should be able to get, there you go, get some info on how long it's going to take till their next. In this case, they produce one of these bubbles. Now these wonderful bubbles here are belief. This may all be very familiar to people who've played stuff like Populous. This is a more updated version of it, and it is going to go a lot further though. So you will click on a house. When the flag goes up, there's more population in it. It's at its maximum population basically. So if you click on that, first and foremost you get the belief, but then secondly you click it again, a person comes out, and this house can now hold more people. If I hold down right mouse, that is a shelter. I'm not explaining this very well. That is a tent. It's full at the moment and full of belief. So you use belief to click on that to get the person out of there, and they will wander off and try and make a new house. And the main point of this game is not just populous, you know, you're going to have more people, so expand. It does actually have purpose. The more you expand, the more stuff you research, so to speak. With every population level that you go up, as you can see I need 150 people to go up again, then your area of influence expands. This here is the edge of my area of influence at the moment, and as you can see there's interesting stuff to find. Now along the way, as you expand and your population goes up, this wonderful book tells you what you need for your next period in history, so to speak. So from the beginning you can see right away that you start off in the establishment period, which is basically getting your people together and starting out. Growth, expansion, conquest, and then you go up all these ages, all the way up to space age apparently, which is quite interesting because I'm sure we hit space age before the information age in real life. But still, I'll let them have that. Although it depends what you consider space age. Now each of these wonderful new cards here, like felt tents, I had to unlock that with, it doesn't actually tell you, with finding a felt resource in the landscape. Now I have to say I'm not entirely happy with the method of resource gathering in this, because you don't actually gather resources. For this I need lumber, and you'll think, oh, lumber, there's lots of trees here. But no, trees have zero to do with it. You can click them and knock them down, and all you get for that is some belief, which makes no sense, because people don't worship you for knocking down a tree. Otherwise lumberjacks would be very powerful. But what you actually get is out in the world, let's clear some of that out, you get chests, and most of the time they are buried. So you have to use your godly powers of moving the terrain around. I haven't even mentioned that yet, have I? You can flatten terrain like you can in any of the other population type games, and it costs belief, and it costs a lot of belief to do a decent amount. At the moment you're only doing small areas like this. It's one deep. When you start to clear large areas it gets very expensive. Anyway, yes, so we uncovered this chest, click on the chest, and we'll get ourselves a resource. And it's completely random which one you get, and in the beginning, when you're after a specific one and you're finding all these other random ones, it can get a bit frustrating. Whoops. Especially if you keep misclicking and spreading the landscape. It's not very intuitive the way it actually flattens the terrain, because I'm trying to flatten this one here, and it's flattening that out there, and it costs you a lot of belief just trying to do stuff right. As it turns out, this one's buried far enough that I need to go underground anyway. Under sea level. Another stone one, which we don't need at the moment. In the beginning, there were one or two of these chaps on the surface, just to demonstrate what you need from them. Now you may notice this actually starts to play a tune. I've never got very far with that, but I'm not actually sure. Apparently the tune is supposed to be something by a classical composer. I haven't got around to actually discovering what that is yet. I could probably Google it. No? But I'm not going to. So, as it is at the moment, it's about expansion. So let's try and get these guys to expand up here, and see if they can capture whatever that is. So I'm just going to work on spreading these guys out a bit. There's an awful lot of terrain manipulation here. In fact, that is the primary part of early game. Now, I've heard tell later on in the game, in an interview with a developer, I heard him say that this is only the beginning. The game is 40% done at the moment. It's majorly beta. And later on in the game, when you go up the stages, this is just for the expansion stage, apparently. When you go up the stages, you instead, as a god, help them mine resources and stuff like that, which sounds more interesting to me, depending on how easy that will be to manipulate the terrain. Let's try and get these houses a bit bigger so they can have more people in a smaller area. Come on, there we go. And of course, the more people you have, the faster your belief comes in, because you get all of these little houses full up. So let's spam out the people. Now, on your left, you'll see this wonderful little arrow thing here, and what this does is it reveals your godly powers. First and foremost being sculpt land. People are wandering about like idiots. They're not actually doing anything that you want them to, they're just wandering about and dying, basically. So let's give them some purpose, shall we? What you do is you place a totem here, and all your people will flock to that wonderful totem saying, "Ooh, what's this? What has our god done for us?"
Okay. Yep.
So let's send a bunch of them over there. Now this takes away their free will, and apparently if you do that often enough they get quite upset, depressed with it. So I tend to just let them roam. As it is, they'll run over here and they will bow down to your totem, which you can then deactivate, and they will mill about like normal millers, just wandering about doing their own thing. Just lots of fun. But it does mean if you're not near an area where there's houses to be laid and you get your people out and about, they'll start to just wander about and die, which is very odd. It's like Total Biscuit said in his video about this. It's a game based on your people wandering about, and yet wandering about is fatal for them, and it doesn't take long for them to die if they are wandering about aimlessly, which is very odd in my opinion, and his. So let's flatten all this rubbish down. Oops. Get more houses, more places for them to live. And so far in this game I've got to a population of, oh, how many was it? I think I got about 1,500. I did hear say the other day that after 2,500, 2,600 that there is everyone just randomly stops building and stops expanding. But that is a bug that is apparently fixed in a patch that came out either yesterday or today, I can't remember. So I will have to see when I get that far, basically. But I haven't got that far before, so that's something to look forward to. Or dread, depending on your outlook. Okay, I seem to have accumulated rather a large amount of belief, because usually you're fighting for every little bit. So let's go on a mass flattening spree. So yeah, worst case scenario, you're not getting any belief in from your houses, then the best thing to do there is obviously knock down trees and stuff to give you that minuscule amount that you need to continue a little bit more. Otherwise it's just a waiting game, waiting for your people to breed. They can be rather slow about it sometimes. Let's knock that statue down a level. Stuff like that can't be destroyed as far as I'm aware. Just got to have people next to it to capture it. Now I have done all of this area before, and I've expanded quite a way. Apparently, eventually the worlds will all become multiplayer interlinked, so that where somebody starts out, somebody else will be nearby, another player, something like that. But don't worry about getting squished in. Apparently the map size goes up to something like multiple times the size of Jupiter, which is quite a large area for those who don't know. I'm not sure how they'll do it. Now, as you can see, I've reached past the my previous population barrier, so you get this. Click on that, and it's well, it's usually a land expansion, but in this case, it's a new commandment thingamabob. So I've got 2 of them already, so I'm just waiting on these chaps to find. Let's get more people spreading. Move our totem there and activate it. Clear all this crap out so they've got somewhere to land. 1 second there, somewhere to move. Some land to live on. That's the word I was looking for. That's a bit better. Give them a bit of a larger one here. Come on. There we go. Right, now let's get all our people out. Now, as you can see here, you get lots of other abilities that unlock over time. Settlement is one of the more important ones, because what it does is if I plonk down settlement, say, here, it'll turn that into a town centre, and from that town centre, roads will go out to a certain range around it to all your houses in the area and link them all together, and all your belief will accumulate at the centre. So you won't have to go around clicking all these damn houses all the time. You'll just have to click the town centre, which saves a lot of work. And then there's lots of other cool abilities which I haven't unlocked yet. Finger of God lets you destroy these houses, so later on, once you get higher levels of housing, like even here, these felt tents are much better than these little huts. And later on you get brick buildings and stone and all of that. Then you can destroy old buildings and make them rebuild newer ones of higher capacity in smaller areas, basically, which is quite useful. Let's let them do their thing. And as you can see, there's the usual stuff later on: Swamp, Meteor Strike, Armageddon, you know, a bunch of the I'm a god, I'm gonna kill you all kind of things. Tidal wave, earthquake, tornado, volcano, stuff like that. The usual thing you'd expect to find in a populous style game. And how they're going to work out in the space age. So, as you can see, floating around here is another buried chest. So let's see if that will help us out. I always wondered who actually buries all these chests. Ooh. And I have unlocked construction. It's exciting. Let's see what that gives us. More permanent abodes, which means they can now build wooden houses by the looks of it. Okay. Now that, funnily enough, has absolutely nothing to do with just harvesting wood. Now we'll be able to build wooden houses, stone, brick, whatever, straight from the get-go, once we've discovered it. See what this is. Wooden idol. Okay, that's concerning. Can I do anything with that? Timber, stone, wooden idol. Okay, that's good enough. Not quite sure what that does. It's not the most explanatory guide. Okay, let's build to the mainland. Let's have a good look at this place. It goes on for quite a way. And as you can see, there's going to be a lot of terrain manipulation involved in this. So yeah, you can explore forever on these things. You're never going to find the end of it from what they say, and it's not procedurally generated, I hasten to add, because everyone starts off in the same place, and they've all expanded and found the same things in the same place. That might just be a beta thing, it might be procedurally generated later, but it's not at the moment. I'm not sure how they're going to map something the size of, multiple times the size of Jupiter, as they keep on quoting. So let's just join these chaps together. Now the question here is, do I want to spend my time flattening the whole of that down to this level? No, I do not. That would be highly tedious. And I'd have to wait constantly for my belief to update. Come on, come on. Really is a pain joining all of these up. It's not done nicely. Later on you get a wonderful ability that upgrades this so that you can do multiple layers at a time. Very good for moving cliffs around. Yeah, let's see what this is. No, you got them all over the bloody place now. Timber! Timber! Ochre! Need two of them, don't I? Yep. Shoot. No, we don't want people building up here, otherwise I'll have to knock them down. Oh wait, no, that's a good place actually. Don't know if they can actually get up there at this point. Yeah, that might do the job. Scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. Can't quite get to that one. Don't think there's any others in range. Right, you lot go exploring. Oh, see, they're building more permanent housing now. No idea what a tune is. Oh, they can't get up there. Hey, land expansion. Hey. Now can you get up there? Interesting. Yeah, that works. Now, sometimes you'll get these things in the middle of the landscape and you'll have to dig like 20 layers to get anything done, which is really frustrating. Let's see what I get out of this. Moving on. Nice. Society, okay. 4 advance until expansion period. Something to look forward to, isn't it? No, no, no! I want to get rid of the stone, damn it. There we go, let's try and make these houses a bit bigger before we let anyone settle. There we go. Sweet. stone. So yeah, the game is, at this level, an awful lot of land flattening. Now, quick note about this thing. It is made for, from what I hear, every platform under the sun. There was demonstrations of the, what's his name? Peter Molyneux. Yeah, there's demonstrations of him using it on a tablet. That is why I think the clicking interface is such a pain in the neck for clickers. It's meant to be tabletized. But hopefully they will make some adjustments and not one fits all. Come on, come on. That means somebody's died. Guess they can't get up the top then. See, I lose belief if they die, even though it's a natural order of things for people to die. Bad God, you let us not be immortal. I'm so sorry. Dig, 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 dig. See what I mean? Oh, Christ, how many layers down is it? There we go, one more layer. All that for clay. Why can you have clay on the shore? Need more belief now. Yeah, that'll do. Stupid thing. Gonna need a lot of belief to cover that back over. And killing trees is not going to do it. All in an afternoon's work as a god. Can't keep up with the tune. Cool. Okay, let's see now. Can these guys still not get up there? Actually, let's put it over there so they capture that thing.
Yo, yep. Yo, yeah. Yep, yep. Yo. Yep, yep. Okay. Yo. Yeah. Yep, yep. Yo. Yep, yep. Yep, yep. Yo. Yep. Yo, yo. Yo.
And that's my lot. Okay, so I guess the general assumption in this case is that everyone gets free materials to build anything they want as long as we discover it, and they get free food because they never seem to go hungry. They never need to sleep either, which is odd. Well, they can definitely get up there, but some of them are still acting like they can't. Right, more belief clicks. So tedious. It's much better once you get settlements. Problem is, by the time you get settlements to focus everything, you've got such a large area. You need half a dozen of them, and they each cost more and more each time. It's a nightmare. Now, I'm capturing this because I specifically want to show you chaps what it's all about. It's quite amusing. Lots of timber. Okay, people, get to your own device. Also, the bigger the houses, in case you didn't notice, the more belief you get maxed out, because these are given 15, those are given 27. These will be given like 50 something, I think. Right, let's deactivate the totem, let everyone get back to their own expansions. A few people will still work on this. Oh no, she can't be up there. I need everything on one level. No. Haha. Fine, I'll flatten it all out for you. There you go, they're rebuilding whatever was there. But how do they know what to rebuild? Now this is the Mount of the Gods. It's very exciting. This is not a real person, just so you know. It's very exciting. So, this is basically a fake PvP, just so you know. It's very annoying, girl. So request battle. I guess one day it'll be a real PvP. So this is what it is you get better stuff depending on how many people you start off with. If you start off with a lot of people, then you get a lot worse reward. But if you start off with less people, then you get a better reward. So let's start off with the bare minimum. Now this, you get later on in the map as well. I think it's oil, but I haven't quite got to the stage in the game where I can make use of it yet. So you have a time limit, and you've got a scale of who's doing well. Against who? Plenty of belief to get you started. So let's just expand a bit.
Yeah.
And try and get as many people as we can. Bingo. Okay, come on, expand up, people.
Yeah.
Won't need that many.
Okay.
To be honest, you can invade them pretty early on. But as you can see, they're expanding
Okay.
fast. Where are they? They're over here. But I don't think they can expand much further than that. Which is the trick in it. We can expand, we've got a lot of areas, so we can expand fast and furious. That'll do for now. 20 minutes is a lot more than you think. I rarely use up more than half the time they allocate for these battles, so I shouldn't panic too much.
Yeah. Yo. Yo.
See, I'm already catching up quite quickly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pardon me. Okay, and I've almost outshone them already. That was easy, wasn't it? Whoops. So if you, as you see there, if you move the terrain to such a state that it will mangle the building next to it, the building will start to be demolished, but you'll have a few seconds before it actually gets destroyed, where you can undo what you've done. Unless you want to destroy it. Okay, wait for it to completely go. There you go. There you go. That way you can get a bigger settlement. There you go, I've got way more than them. Shall I start invading? Oh, need more belief. Okay. Cool, let's go straight for the top, shall we? Off you go, peoples. I will keep reinforcements a-coming. Okay, so basically you point them at the enemy, and they walk into their land and start battering things. If they can get there. There we go. And then they will start battering the other people. Now if you click on your person, it heals them. By plus 40. You can destroy the remains of their building so that you can build your own as well if you want. Yeah, stand still. So yeah, you can heal them with plus 40 and that'll cheer them up a bit because they won't die. But it's a fiddly business. As you can see, it doesn't take much to destroy a building. Just like 4 hits by them. Run, little people, run! And then they'll start to build their own buildings, yeah. The best bet is to, once they're here, let them wander about and kill what they want to. It's not the most dramatic PvP ever, it's literally just people punching each other to death. Which only takes a few swings, but still, what do you expect? They haven't got any tools left. And they have 2 people left, and they have 67, 68. Marvellous. And that'll be the last of their people. Congratulations me! Let's see what I get for it. Okay. So I've got a random new follower, an ochre card. Okay, kindling card. Cool. And settlements. Settlements are what I really want. Which needs flint and stuff like that. And I've got mud brick lodgers. Or will I have once I get all of this stuff. Haven't I got a load of that? Yes I do. Have I got any of that? No. Oh, I've got one of them. So what's this? Don't know what that is yet. So yeah, that's that. Now if you want, you can carry on doing what you're doing and expand as you've been doing, or you can do more fake PvP battles. It's entirely up to the individual. Every time you do a fake PvP battle, or a real one, once the game's past that stage, you will get shinies for it. Wonderful little rewards. And it may save digging around. In fact, yeah, can't help but get the feeling they try to encourage PvP, because it is a lot less tedious than digging around under the ground for resources that you need. Which is a shame, because I'm not a fan of that kind of thing, real or otherwise. I mean, everyone likes the odd skirmish in an RTS, but PvP can be very abusive and unpredictable. Sort of. See what we got under here then. Poker! Sorry, I've already got some of that. No? How far down do we have to go? Problem is, you end up with lots of craters all over your countryside if you're not careful. And it can be a bit messy. Yeah. So yeah, more of the same for now. Basically. Okay. Now, you got two choices. Either you, oh, that didn't seem to give me anything. Either you can carry on your own, out of your own morbid curiosity, and see where the game leads you for now, or I'm going to attempt to get a video 2 up together of this in a little while, and see where the game has led me. So I will carry on playing for a bit, and you're welcome to join me in part 2. Catch you later.